Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Everyday Living with Simply Mercy B. Today, we'll be making a cream cheese sour cream pound cake. I have my equipment set up, I have my dry ingredients all measured out, and we're ready to get started with making our cake. You want to start by adding some butter to a mixing bowl, as well as one block of cream cheese. Make sure those are at room temperature. Let these two ingredients blend just until they're incorporated before we move on to the next step. Our butter and cream cheese is well incorporated. Now we're going to add our sugar, and we're going to add that a little at a time. And once we have all our sugar in there, we're going to let that blend for about 5 to 7 minutes. Our sugar, cream cheese, and butter has been blending for about 7 minutes. And now we want to go ahead and scrape our sides and the bottom down to make sure we have nothing left down at the bottom before we move on to the next ingredient. I have 6 room temperature eggs here, and I'm going to add those one at a time. And I'm going to mix this just until the yolk disappear before adding the next. We have our eggs well incorporated into the mixture, and now we're going to give it one last scrape down before we move on to the next ingredient. And guys, as you're watching this video, you can see I am popping up the measurement for each ingredient as I guide you through this recipe. Now it's time to add our wet and dry ingredients. We're going to start with dry ingredients and we're going to end with dry ingredients. Take your flour mixture and add it to your bowl and let it mix just a little. You do not want to overmix. You're going to stop your mixer and add some sour cream. And we're going to alternate this until everything is complete. Remember, we're going to end with flour. I like to give my batter one last scrape down before I add the last little batch of flour. This is just to make sure I don't have anything stuck at the bottom because we want everything to be well incorporated. At this point, we're going to stop and we're going to add the flavor of our choice. Today, I am using my homemade vanilla extract as well as some vanilla bean extract. If you would like to know how I made my vanilla extract, I will leave it in the description box down below. It will take you straight to that video. Mix your flavor just until incorporated. You can also choose to mix your flavor by hand to keep from over mixing your batter. Preparing your pan for baking. There are many ways to prepare your pan for baking. You can use the regular cooking spray, not cooking spray, baking spray, whether it's Pam, Baker's Joy. I've used all those in the past as well. And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. But this right here, shortening and flour, always work. So you want to make sure you grease it very, very good. And the tube right in the center, you want to make sure you add enough shortening to that so that your cake doesn't stick. Once you do that, you want to add some flour and you want to dust it around in there. And you want to take off all the excess flour when you're done. And you will see in the finished product. I have my prepared pan. My cake batter has set for about 10 minutes. And now we're just going to add it to the pan. Once we add it to the pan, we're going to give it a final tap on the bottom to make sure everything settles. There are no bubbles. And we're going to put this into a 325 degrees oven. And it's going to bake for 1 hour and 20 minutes. My cake baked for 1 hour and 20 minutes, and take a look at that, golden brown. And as you can see, it is pulling away from the cake pan already. So I know we're going to have a good release. I made some glaze for my cake while it was baking, and I'll make sure to leave those ingredients for you in this video. But right now, we're going to go ahead and remove our cake from the pan. It is still hot. It's only been about 10 minutes, but we're going to go ahead and remove it and glaze it. Take a look at that. The perfect clean release. We have nothing left in our cake pan. Perfect. Shortening and flour. That's my go-to. There's nothing wrong with the other sprays, but this one always works. We're going to go ahead and add our glaze to this cake. I like to add my glaze while my cake is hot. That way it can seal into the cake and you'll have a firm glaze rather than a wet glaze. I have allowed this cake to cool for 10 minutes with the glaze on top, just to give it a few minutes to firm up a bit. But we're going to get right into cutting this cake. Guys, when I tell you this is a super, super delicious cake. Cream cheese and sour cream. I never usually put those two together because they make such a heavy cake. But those two work together. Cream cheese and sour cream. Very good. This was also my first experience with white lily flour. Very good. I really, really like the texture of this cake. Cake is moist. If you're looking for something that's moist and a little dense, this is the cake for you. It is absolutely amazing. I made this cake on a Sunday. By Thursday, this cake was gone. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye.